hey, hey, hey. Tasty memories. Yeah. The holiday season is coming to a close, which means that the new year is just around the corner. That also means that you're going to be drinking a lot, so you're going to need some snacks. I'm going to show you how to make gougères with smoked salmon mousse. So first you'll need to make a pâte à choux, which is a pastry used for things like profiterole rolls and eclairs, and it's all assembled on the stove. So in a heavy-duty pot, you're going to add half a cup of water, you could use milk if you'd like, and 4 tablespoons of butter, which is basically half a stick. Now once that comes to a simmer, you're just going to add a pinch of salt and a few sprinklings of paprika or cayenne if you like, depending on your taste. And now for the really cool part, well, I think it's really cool. You're going to add half a cup of flour and you're going to mix vigorously. Now I say it's cool because in just a few minutes, you're going to see it form into like this one mound of pastry dough, because the flour is going to absorb all that liquid, and with the heat applied, it's going to try to dry it out and it'll form one mass. It'll pull apart from the sides of the pot and you'll see a film form on the bottom. That's why it's important to use a heavy-duty pot. Then just turn off the heat, set it aside, you'll see it'll dry out a bit. Meanwhile, you could preheat the oven to 425. Now after about 2 to 3 minutes, your dough will be cooled enough to add the eggs. So here I'm using 2 eggs and I scrambled it so that'll be easier for me to mix in. You just want to add one at a time, so pretty much half the mixture, and start mixing it up. It's gonna seem really weird and not pleasant looking, kind of like that, but don't worry, just keep on mixing and you will get something like this. So this is after adding the rest of the eggs. Now what makes the gougères so delicious is the cheese. So here I'm adding half a cup of Jarlsberg and some pecorino and also a bit of thyme. You can use any cheese you'd like. And then you're going to pipe them onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper, or you could use 2 spoons. Just make sure they're not too big because they do puff up in the oven. And make sure you leave some space in between. And to smooth up those pointy parts, you're going to take your finger or a spoon with some water and just smooth it out. As a final touch, add the last bit of cheese to give that nice, crisp, golden flavor on top. Now these go into the oven, 425, for about 20 minutes until you see they're puffed and golden brown. And while you're waiting for the gougères, you can make your smoked salmon mousse. Here I have a few slices of smoked salmon and a few sprigs of dill. You just want to chop that up a little bit. We're going to put in a processor, but just, help it along the way, make it a little easier on your processor's life. You're going to add a few tablespoons of cream cheese and sour cream, and then just blend it up. Now after about 20 minutes, you should smell some warm, cheesy goodness from your oven. That's when you know they're ready. And they should be so light and airy that when you open it up, it should be hollow inside. Now you could leave them as is, or you could fill it up with your salmon mousse. You could spoon it in or pipe it in. Gougères sound and look fancy, but they're so incredibly easy to make that you'll have time to celebrate and drink. And with a gougère in one hand and a cocktail in another, you'll be sure to bring in tasty memories into the new year. I hope you guys drink responsibly, have fun, love one another, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!